All right. So in today's class, we are going to continue with your core part of the chapter, that is your photoelectric effect. So now Einstein's quantum theory could explain photoelectric effect. I have told you. So what is this photoelectric effect? That I will explain. I want you to observe each and every aspect of it carefully. Okay. Now if you have a metal surface, okay, now onto this metal surface, okay, what is that you are doing is you are giving light energy. Okay, what is that you are doing? You are giving out light energy. Now if you send light energy to the metal surface, okay, what will happen is your electrons, okay, will be ejected out of this metal surface. Okay. So what is your photoelectric effect means? This is your basic photoelectric effect. Light falls onto this metal surface and electrons will be ejected out of the metal. Okay. Now logically, if I say if you are giving out some 100 joules of energy, okay, now this ejected electrons will have some kinetic energy. Now if you give 100 joules, this ejected electrons will not have 100 joules. Okay, what happens is out of this 100 joules, some portion of energy will be absorbed by metal surface. Okay, so if you are giving 100 joules, a portion of it is being absorbed, so some 40 joules will be absorbed, and let us say some 60 joules is ejected like this. Okay, so 60 joules will be the kinetic energy of ejected electrons. Okay, now this 100 joules is called as indirectly your incident energy. Okay, incident energy from light, and this 40 joules, okay, this 40 joules is called as work function. Now this work function of metal, what is it? I will talk about it in detail, don't worry. So your 40 joules is your work function of metal, and what is this 60 joules means? Your 60 joules is kinetic energy Ke max. What is this Ke max also? I will discuss now. Okay, don't worry. So my point is, okay, in general, okay, when light falls onto the metal, electrons will be emitted out. That emission of electrons from metal surface is called as photoelectric effect. Okay, and in photoelectric effect, okay, in photoelectric effect, what will happen is, okay, when light falls, electrons will be emitted like this. Now in this, okay, if say for example, if 100 joules of energy is being incident onto this metal plate, then electrons will be ejected out. Okay, electrons could be ejected out, I mean it could not be ejected out, anything can happen. So this work function of metal, if it is 40 joules, you give any energy less than 40, electrons will not be emitted. Here your incident energy is greater than this work function. Okay, so that is why your incident energy is greater than this 40 joules or work function, so that is why electrons are actually being emitted here. Okay, hope you are getting my point. Okay, so like this your photoelectric effect equation is nothing but indirectly your energy conservation equation. Okay, so let me write that. Okay, so your incident energy E incident is equal to work function WR, in some books it is 5, plus Ke max. Why it is max I will tell you, but this is your basic equation. Okay, any problem that you give me, I will do only this. Your incident energy is equal to work function plus maximum kinetic energy. Now this energy can be written as h times incident frequency is equal to work function can be written as h times f plus Ke max can be written as E times Vs. Now in this, what is your F naught means? Your F naught is called as threshold frequency. Your F naught is threshold frequency. Okay, your F naught is threshold frequency, right? Next, this F can be written as C by lambda. Hc by lambda incident is equal to, this can be written as Hc by lambda naught plus E times Vs. Okay, right? Your lambda naught is threshold wavelength. Lambda naught is threshold wavelength. Okay, lambda naught is threshold wavelength. Okay, right? And this Vs is your stopping potential. Why stopping potential word will come, I will tell you. But basically it is energy conservation equation like this. Okay, your incident energy will be distributed into, some portion of it will be used as work function and some portion as kinetic energy of ejected electrons. Okay, so Ke max is ejected electrons kinetic energy. Okay, now with this photoelectric effect is done logically. Okay, in the problems mostly will get problems. In the problems, what is that? This equation is to be applied. Out of this, one form will be given, some values will be given, remaining you are supposed to calculate. As simple as that. Okay, nothing else is much required here. Okay, so this is your basic logic of photoelectric effect equation. Okay, now why work function, why Ke max is E times Vs, why this incident energy is H times F incident, I will explain now. Okay, so I will erase this. Hope you have understood this part. Okay, now what is this work function? First, each term I will discuss in detail. Okay, now what is this work function, I will tell you. Okay, now normally inside the atom at the center you will have nucleus. Around the nucleus there will be electrons. Okay, electrons will be revolving around the nucleus. Now this electron, okay, this electron will have potential energy, electrostatic potential energy K Q1 Q2 by R. So minus K Q1 Q2 by R. Okay, so minus K times ZD into E by R. Okay, kinetic energy is half m V square. Now from centripetal force, if I equate K into ZD into E by R square is equal to mv square by R. This is centripetal force equation. This is your kinetic energy equation. This is your potential energy equation. So your total energy is how much? P plus Ke. That is your total energy. Now if you add this and this, okay, if you add those two, your total energy will actually become minus kzd square by 2r. This you will study in next chapter. Okay, right, minus kzd square by 2r. Your total energy is negative, that indicates that your electron is having attractive force. Now if you supply this total energy, how much this electron is having at this point, what will happen is, from some external source if you give this energy, this electron goes to infinity. Okay, it is nothing but your ionization energy. So now what is your work function means? Okay, the energy that you need to give to free the electron. Okay, energy that you need to give to free the electron is your work function. Okay, right? So how much energy you need to give to free this electron, that is your work function. Okay, so in Bohr's atom, okay, we will see about this later. Okay, So not required as of now. Okay, energy required to free the electron is your this thing. Okay, right? So with this we will continue.